Goeiemorgen, good morning, bonjour, kumasta, dumela. A while ago this question popped up in Discord, and it reminded me that when I started playing Big Farm this was quite a struggle. In fact, it is still relevant even though I'm at higher level, since although the amount of money you make increases, the amount you need to spend also vastly increases. So the question is, how do you get more cash in Big Farm without paying for it with real life money? And I would like to put that under three headings. First of all, in order to have more money, you need to save money. Also, in order to have more money, you need to be aware of things that would potentially waste your money. And lastly, you also need to make more money. So let's take them in sequence. The first way to save money definitely is increased happiness. The higher the happiness of your workers, the lower your production costs will be. That means every time you plant something or feed an animal with regular feed or regular seeds, it will cost you less farm dollars to start that production. The same with anything that happens in the windmill or the silo or any of the other factory related productions. When you reach zero, in theory, it will be perfectly balanced. It doesn't cost you more. But when your happiness goes below zero, then in fact it will cost you a whole lot more, even just to start the production, to the point where the amount of money you get from selling the pigs may be less than what it cost you to produce the pigs in the first place. Now, I do know that there is a strategy where you play farm with no decos. That means negative thousands of happiness. I know that strategy exists. I would not recommend newer or lower level players to start out with that strategy, and I would also recommend you know exactly how it works before you even attempt it. That was part of saving money. Make sure your workers are happy. The second part was don't waste money. And I say waste money very loosely here. There are several events in Big Farm which start from a certain level. For example, it may only unlock at player level 60, or it only unlocks at player level 50 or something like that. And even though it's unlocked, I still would not recommend playing them, because they end up wasting money if you really are desperate for money, or if you're a very lower level player. And there's a few of them running in Big Farm at the moment. The first one is any and all of the temporary farms. The Viking farm, Candy farm, Tropical farm, any of those. And the reason for that is the things that you produce from here. When you sell the cherries, you will get lollipops. You will not get candy dollars, sugar dollars. You will not get sugar dollars back, but it will cost you sugar dollars to produce them. And the only way to get those sugar dollars is from rewards, which I don't have any more to do, or by exchanging the money. And 2.5 million farm dollars at a time is a lot of money to lose for a lower level player. So if you're a high level player, by all means go for it. The lollipops, as with any of the other temporary farm currencies, are really useful. Other similar events are those that require you to donate products without compensation. For example, the Global Points event. If I donate a whole bunch of fishies here, yes, I do get a bunch of trophies, or whatever those trophies stand for, but it does not increase my cash. And that means those fishes, which I could have sold, are now just into this event in the hopes of winning that building. Now, how do you make the money? And the answer lies here. You make money with fishing. As soon as you possibly can, even before you have unlocked all these little pictures there, you can use the world map to go to the flower farm. On the flower farm, you will find Oleg Fisher. When you find Oleg, this will trigger a list of specific Oleg related fishing events, which will help you to catch fish. The first bit of it is a little bit frustrating since you don't have a good fishing rod, and it requires you to do quite a bit of manual fishing. But soon you will be able to send Oleg out to do the fishing for you, and soon afterwards it will unlock the dockyard, from where you can now send out boats, which can catch a whole lot more fish at a time than either you or Oleg, and those fish can also sell for much more. Yes, they can give you quite a bit of money, but they can also be sold directly from the barn especially the fish that you caught together with Oleg. Now, as you can see, let's go down. The fish that you catch in the ocean sell for more than the fish that you catch manually. So let's farm hop quickly. We're on the Little Rapunzel now. When you're at a lower level and your farm is still quite small and the farm plots are still affordable and upgrades won't completely bust the bank, being able to sell the fish that Oleg caught is really very useful. By selling the bass and carp, I would already have more than enough money to buy the next farm plot. So, in summary, keep your workers happy, don't throw money into events where the output is not worthwhile for your player level, and lastly, go fish. And while you're fishing, have fun farming!